Can someone hear him, or it's just me? Hey, Gabriel, you there? Okay, maybe you have a problem with your mic. If you click on the mic, there is a little arrow pointing to the top. You can click on it and you can select like a different microphone. Sometimes the settings are not good by default.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello, hello. Yes.
Yes, can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thanks for this. I'm a little confused with the challenge too.
Okay.
Says is unavailable to share the screen.
Yeah. Okay, let me fix that. You're good now.
Yeah. Um, can you see my visual?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. I tried the test. I'm using the template, and I tried the test and says homework not found, but homework is there or not.
Homework not found. Can I see your type? Your types.mo? Okay. So let's go back to the main file. Type homework. It's line, I think it says the line. You can see the line 57, I think.
Okay.
So can you scroll down a bit? 57. Search homework. Okay, I think it's this one that doesn't work. Yeah. Can you show the tests exactly? I haven't wrote the test myself, like the unit test myself, so I'm not sure exactly. Not the one you had on the right, the one from the templates.
I'm running this defx deploy. No.
No, you go back to your defx. Sorry, on the top right, you have bash and defx. Can you go back
Yes.
to defx and then so okay, can you show me the file called main.test.mo? I'm going to look it up also. This is the test, so
This is the same of the template, by the
yeah.
way.
Okay, can you scroll down? Okay, again, until the function search homework. I think you should run the test again. Maybe it was a previous message.
That's
Mhm.
it, it, um, it, it could be the test, or I don't know.
The test should be good. Can you go up into this file? So line 57. No, the same. Yeah, this one. 57. There is nothing. So let me see. Main test. Ah, it's here. Homework not found. Okay. Can I see your get homework?
Yes, I don't have anything yet. I'm trying this. My question is the first item in the challenge that says define a register type homework that represent a task,
Yeah.
and homework has a field type text and a description type text and a expiration time in a boolean complete type on boolean type, and that's the first unit test, or not. That's what I
I'm
understand.
I'm looking into it. So uh
Or the test is all the thing at once. It's not like the first test.
I think you're good. Yeah, yeah. Your type is good. The only problem is you haven't implemented the function. So I think the problem is that get homework is not implemented yet.
Okay,
But
so if I fill all the methods, then try the test.
yeah, it should be. I'm going to ask Thiago, but it should be more like the error message should be more explicit. But um, yeah, right now your function your type homework is good, so you can move to the next step, which is to implement add homework. I can see a problem there for add
Okay,
homework. I can see a problem is that you are adding the homework and then you are getting the size. So the index will not be good. For example, if you add and the buffer is empty, the index of the first of the homework will be 0, and then the size will be 1 because there will be one element. So I can see there is you might want to rewrite add homework. Okay.
okay, thanks. And then I'm going to keep writing. Thanks a
Okay.
lot.
Cool.
Stop sharing. No, no, no. Oh, how can I stop this?
You're good now. It's stopped already.
Stop already? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see your screen now. It's good. It's good. Okay, Javier, is it possible to reuse the canister ID from the qualification project to use in the new one? Yes, this is totally possible. So this is what um, the template project is about, I think. So the template project is in the repository. It's here. This one. Um, I'm going to copy it. If Okay, I have day 1, day 2, day 3. If I want to reuse the same canister, I will just, I'll right now. Maybe you want to come on stage, Javier, because it depends like how you have set up your environment and how your files are set up, but you can just rewrite the fx.json to do it. Let me know if you want to go on stage. I will just check. Just raise your hand and I'll give you the mic. Okay, next one. I did size -1. Is that the best formula to get buffer index? Yeah, that can work. I mean it's a let me think. Yeah, it's a good strategy. Okay, so if there are no more questions, I think I'm just gonna go for the project of day 1. So let's try it out. Okay, the idea was to. So,
¿Qué está haciendo gato de cancionero? Cochina nomás, por ahí haciendo ruido, me asustó.
all right. So this is the project of day 1, and the first step was to define a mutable variable. And to define a mutable variable, we've seen that we have the let variable and the var, and the one that is mutable is the var. So let's call it counter. It's of type. Let's see the instructions. What type we should have for this? Motoko starter. So it's the first project of type floats. So this is of type floats, and we can initialize it to 0. So this is for step 1. Now we want to go for the add function. We take x and we want to return. We want to increment the counter and performs an addition and return the value of the counter. So let's do it like this, and then return the counter. Or we could also just do this syntax. Wait. Yeah. So this one is also a good syntax because we can just make it shorter. This means exactly the same as the previous one. For the sub, it's gonna be the same. So like this. Then we can return. Multiplication again, same ID. So like this. We can return. Division. So division, it shouldn't be like this. I thought that we had updated the float to optional float. Okay. For some reason, Thiago removed optional type. So let's go for the non-optional type. So we could do something like if x is equal to 0, Then we want to do something. I don't know what right now, but we want to do something else. We want to return the counter. We want to divide the counter by x, and we want to return counter. Now we could return 0. It would be okay, but I think something cleaner would be an assertion. So assert false, and then this would be unreachable here, and we can return 0. So it's actually the same idea as just returning 0, but the difference is that, let me show you what this function does. We need to define the counter. Well, actually, I could deploy it locally, or I could deploy it here. Okay. Now, if we try to divide by 0, what's going to happen is that this is going to reject the call. Canister, no. Trap explicitly assertion failed on main.mo line 6. So line 6 is this one. An assertion is checking whatever is inside the parenthesis. So if it's true, the assertion would pass. But if the assertion doesn't pass, so if whatever is inside is false, it could be also something like, we could also do something like this, actually, to show you that. No, something like this. So if this is false, this should be like this. Sorry for the confusion. So we could do something like this, and then something like this. This could also work. The only problem is that, okay, yeah, we could do something like this. So yes, Lex, the code that you submitted could also work, but I wanted to do without the optional type. I don't know why, because I think that the optional type is the best answer, but it seems that like for some reason, Thiago removed the optional type. I don't know why. Anyway, optional type or not optional, I think it works for on the dashboard in both cases. So yeah, just going back to my assertion, let's divide by 0 and see what happened. Again, the call is rejected. This is because if this is false, so in this case, if x is equal to 0, then the code will trap, and a trap is basically like it's going to stop and reject your message. So this is protection against the division by 0. And otherwise, we just divide and return the counter. So let's do it like this. Reset. So what reset is doing is doing probably the reset the value of the counter by 0. So we can do that by assigning 0 to the counter. Okay. And we return nothing. So this is the unit type. The query function, we just return the value of the counter. So we can do return counter. We could also just do counter. This is because the last evaluated expression. So when you do this, it's going to evaluate the counter and then return the value of it. This is exactly the same as doing this. Let's keep the return. The power accepts the value of type float and returns the value of counter to the power of x. In that case, oops, sorry. In that case, we want to assign the counter to the power of x and then return the counter. So accept the value x, this one, and returns the value of the counter to the power of x. This is it. It doesn't say if the counter should be modified or not, but I'm assuming that it should. Then, so this is good for step 8. Then for step 9, we want to implement the square root, which return the square root of counter. And for this, we could do either something like this. The square root is actually power 0.5, but maybe we want something a bit more explicit, so we could also import the floats module and check what is inside. And it seems that we have a square function. So let's use it. Counter is float dot, okay. And then we return the counter. And it seems that we are pretty much done except the last function, which is floor, which returns the largest integer less than or equal to counter. Largest integer, okay. I think this function, maybe we need to implement it, but maybe we can also look into the library and see if something can help us. And so we have this floor function, which looks very similar. Returns the largest integral float less than or equal to x. So it seems like this is what we want, but the problem is that it returns a float and we want an int. So is there some kind of conversion that we could do? And it seems like we can convert to int. And so now we have the two pieces of the puzzle. So we could do float.floor. And then we take this and we do float to int. And that's it. Or we can return it, but that's a lot of parentheses. So this is going to evaluate this first, float.floor. Then this is going to be the value, but as a float. This is going to convert all of this to an int, and then we return that. So this is my submission. I haven't verified if I'm correct or not too much, so there might be some little mistakes. I think I'm going to try it out. I just need to, yeah, I don't want to pay again, so I'm going to put the code here. fx deploy network IC, and then what's the name of this calculator? Day 1. Okay, so this is my canister. Let's go to the dashboard and see if I can pass the test. The problem is that I think I have already done it, so might not let me do it again. Yeah, I've already completed this project, of course, so I cannot try my code right now. One thing I could do is maybe, well, I'm just gonna hope that my code was correct. I think it should work if I haven't made any mistake. Well, probably someone is gonna try and let me know if there is a mistake. So yeah, I don't want to correct day 2 yet. I think I'll probably try to correct it, but not today. I think it's a bit early. So yeah. Let me know if you still have some questions. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you here and wish you good luck for the day 2. One example of day 2. I could do this one. So let's define a record type homework that represents a homework task. Homework is as a title field of type text, a description of type text, a due date of type time, the completed field of time goal. So we could do something like, well, first we might need to define an actor, and then type of homework would be an object with a title, so text. This is our title field, description field, so description, also text, due dates of type time, and completed field of type bool. And it seems that Motoko doesn't know about the type time. This is because it's not defined by default in the language. To fix that, can import time from the base library and do type time is equal time.time. And that's it. We have the homework. We can also write it like this, but I think it's cleaner. Yeah. This is it. I hope it helps. Cool. Okay. I wish you good luck. I think I'm going to take a really good night of sleep. It's very much tiring to be so much on a chair doing so much coding. I'm also doing coding, and like verifying the code of people and verifiers and stuff. But yeah, good work, everyone. Have a good night and see you tomorrow. Bye.